hats off. You heard me yesterday give some props to Rhoden, our event producer. He's been putting on the Olympia for the last 10 years. You give Rhoden a big hand. The entire production staff, and there's a lot of them, folks. There's a lot of different moving parts that go on to putting on the Olympia. But for those of you that have been coming here for some years now, you've seen the production value raise up tenfold, and obviously this year I think was great. We saw the brand new LED lighting and the screening and the sound system. So, you know, congratulations to everybody that was involved, because I think that was our best Olympia to date, and no better time than obviously celebrating Joe's 50th. That said, as you can see, we've got some superstars on the stage right behind me. If you didn't hear it last night when I announced it, this is a 18 karat gold special edition Sandow trophy. It's either an awkward William Shatner pause or he's just marveling at the statue. They've never done that before. Like I said, that's obviously in honor of the 50th. And the man who holds it was your 3-time Olympia champion, now your 4-time Olympia champion, Heath. So Phil, congratulations. You said it all pretty much on stage last night after you were crowned victorious once again. I gotta think that this was maybe your hardest fought battle, though, Phil.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, let's face it. I mean, every person on that stage last night was, you know, training very, very hard, knowing what was at stake. I mean, it was the 50th. You know, when Joe Leader, you know, started this journey, you know, he wanted obviously to influence the world with health and fitness, you know, with the help of Leader AMI and, you know, all of their partners. I mean, we had a capacity crowd. I remember standing up on that stage and I looked up and I go, there's not an empty seat in this place. And the first time I actually went to a Mr. Olympia contest was in 2005, shortly after I won my pro card. And there's a lot of empty seats in the Olympics. But last night it was incredible. And just to know that, you know, bodybuilding, you know, is that strong, it was just incredible. It was just an awesome experience just to know that all you guys, you know, made that possible. So I thank you guys so much. It was great.
It sure was, Phil. And just for those who don't know, I mean, you're exactly right, Phil. When we say it was a full house, there literally was not an empty seat in the house. We actually had to add seats in, basically to the sides that really aren't the best seats obviously in the house, but people wanted the tickets. We had obscured seats because of the cameras. Even those sold out, so it was literally a sellout. And we've come close to it before. That's the first time we were actually over capacity, where the fire marshal was you know, having a few words. But hey, listen, you got to do what we got to do. And well, Phil, obviously things started off on Thursday with the press conference. You and Kai going at it. The board started lighting up. The internet, Facebook, the sites were crashing down with. Yeah, more people. I mean, for real. I mean, it was absolutely insane. But you guys going toe to toe. But Kai brought you everything he had.
Absolutely. I think Kai Greene's a great bodybuilder. You know, in my eyes, he's a legend. He always has been in my eyes. We actually, you know, I've been competing against each other pretty around the same amount of time as pros, and to watch each other's growth, I think collectively has brought all of you guys here. I think, you know, he and I could take a bow and say thank you guys, because our rivalry is better than any rivalry I think ever in the history of sport. You know, it's amazing. Just a brief history of me, you know, watching Kai Greene's growth. I mean, it was just incredible. I remember winning the 2006 Colorado Pro and knowing that this is the guy who ended up guest posing at a local amateur contest. And I remember saying, "You're right there to me, like, you're right there." And when I said that to him, I'm thinking, "Oh shit, like, this is the guy that I got to work with now," you know. And rightfully so. I remember watching him do the New York Pro the first time, and watching his dirty dining routine. And I remember literally in the Tribeca Center of New York City, standing on the not sitting on the table, but on one of the chairs, clapping for this guy. And I remember a fan saying, "Why are you, applauding this dude, man? This is your enemy. This is the guy that you're trying to beat." And this man, I go, "Do you understand what I'm seeing right now? Kai Greene is one of the greatest posers I've ever seen in my life." And sometimes, sometimes as a competitor, you have to take a step back and still be a fan. And I was able to do that then. And when he did his routine last night, I said, "Oh shit." He had to put that part back in his routine. And rightfully so, because it was for you guys. See, it's not just about he and I going head to head. Well, kind of, right? But it's about the whole circle. It's about bringing bodybuilding to a greater stage. You can't just be a fan of one person. You have to be a fan of more than one. It is perfectly awesome, and I'm honored and privileged to go against the guy that works that hard, that cares that much each and every day. So when you cheer for him, it's like you're cheering for bodybuilding, It's incredible for you. And, we battle hard because we want this. I didn't know it was going to be 18 karat gold, but it doesn't matter. But we want to be Mr. Olympia. So if you can imagine that one person is in your way of achieving that one dream, that one goal that you yearn for all these years, you damn right you're gonna, fight and claw and this and that. You should. You absolutely should, because in life, if you want something you never had before, you have to be willing to do something you never done before. So when I hear Kai, wanting to get my throat out and do this and that, it's because it means that much to him. And you know what? If the tables were turned, I'd be the same way, because being Mr. Olympia is the greatest honor of our sport. It really is. So, Kai, you're an awesome competitor. We're obviously going to, enjoy our fans and this and that. And let's be honest, come, January, we're going to be getting our game plans together to go kick butt and see what happens next year. Hopefully, I win again, but all due respect, it's an honor and a privilege, because, when I used to watch, Jay and Ronnie and stuff, they didn't have this rivalry. They really did. And they didn't have I remember going to seminars and stuff, it was not packed like this. It just wasn't. It's all your involvement, all your engagement. My Twitter feed blows up, like, "Phil, you suck, and this and that, Kai's gonna win." Kai sucks. Kai sucks. That was you. No. But all in all, I will take some credit along with Kai and say, he and I are raising that open class. We are making people notice that this is cool, this is fun, and this damn sure exciting, for sure.
One more quick question to you, and that is, over the weekend I've gotten inundated with a whole bunch of questions coming my way on various subjects. The one that was overwhelmingly asked more than any other was what we saw at the press conference real? Was that stage or is that real? And then obviously you guys got on the Olympia stage, and at some point Kai turned to you and said something probably along the lines of like, "Have a nice day," or "Hey man, you look really good tonight, your video bro." We'll kind of get that from Kai in a little bit. I'm sure people want to know, but so the big question, is it real?
Well, the intensity is very, very real. It's very, very real on that stage. Like I said before, we both want to be Mr. Olympia. And we are willing to put everything, all of our energy into that moment. Not just Kai, but all those guys. So, is it real? The intensity, man. You guys saw it. it's exciting to see two people want something so bad. And I think that's what bodybuilding should be. You know, a lot of people, you know, they say, man, I want to get in shape, I want to get better in life and this and that. And they do it half-assed, you know, they expect certain things and this and that. Not with me and Kai. You know, we want it every day. We have the stamina, we have the intensity, we have the grit. And it shows when we get together and, you know, by all means, Mom, we talk a lot of trash, so you get us kind of motivated and stuff. We're low carbs and we're dehydrated and all sort of crap. You know, Bob Chicarillo is one of those dudes that, as you can see on the Olympia stage, that kind of leaves you hanging a little bit.
No.
So him and DJ have a little tendency of pulling that out of you, right? But it's for you guys to kind of get a glimpse as to what this means. This is not play. You know, this is not like, okay, well, better luck tomorrow or next week, you know, you have another chance. No, you don't. You have one chance. One chance a year. You guys understand? One chance. That's it. For the 50th, that's one chance in your life. That's it. So, is it real? Man, I mean, his intensity is real, my intensity is real, and I think you guys enjoy it, right? You guys love what we love, right? I can only respect a man that cares that much about his craft. You know, I care a lot about my craft, and I know that Kai does a lot as well. And how can I not respect that? However it comes out in verbiage, all it means to me is that, man, this guy gives a damn. Because in life, no one should care more about success more than you. I don't care if it's bodybuilding, I don't care if it's going out for a job or trying to get that girlfriend or what it is. No one should care more about being successful than you. So when you're asking, is it real? Damn right it's real. It should be real. It should be powerful. Like, that's what we're trying to do on that stage, is show you that through life's challenges or whatever it is, that you have the ability, and if you believe in yourself, each and every day you have the stamina. If you have the stamina, that you can do great works. And that's what we're able to do on that stage. There's no losers really on that Olympia stage. We're the best in the world because we give a damn about our success.
Very nice, folks. And you're right, Phil, there were no losers on the Olympia stage, just a whole bunch of people that didn't win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Predator, Kai Greene. So Kai, take us back. You're on stage. You and Phil going back and forth with the comparisons. At some point, you turn. You say something to Phil Heath. What was it? See, look at the camaraderie, folks. What was said, Kai?
Nice posing suit. You know, it's pretty much work. Thank you very much for coming out. You heard some really nice words, and you know, you can see a person that is all right, very happy, and is able to smile. It's great. This is a great experience. Everyone being here, everyone coming out under this idea that is to support bodybuilding. We all demonstrate just how important, on some level, this experience is to each and every one of us. And as we are sitting here, we're sharing the importance and significance that this experience has in our lives. To answer your question, when on the stage that day, if I were to walk back through it, the first thing that I start to feel is a tremble in my throat. I can feel my right hand begin to shake. feel a bead of sweat collect on my forehead, and I can hear in my mind that idea that this is it. This is the moment that you've been working for. Every time you prepared and you sat quietly to yourself after a training session, before a training session, thinking about that moment when you will be standing there on the stage at the Olympia with your opponents all around you. You are the lone warrior, the swordsman, with your blades ever ready in your hand. And your job is to cut down everyone that stands around you. Cut them down. Cut them down. Cut them down. It's very intense. Very intense. I'm trying to lighten up, huh?
One of my conversations about blades, you should have been talking to Dexter out there. The wrong guy. Kai, obviously, you can see you're a very intense guy, and we saw that come out on the Olympia stage. But in all seriousness, I mean, congratulations to you. I mean, obviously, I know you were looking for that golden Sandown trophy, but you know what? Runner-up once again, and the rivalry that you guys have is very real. I want people to know that, as Phil alluded to. But it's not just great for these two guys, it's great for the sport. It's the reason that we have a full house here after the show. It's the reason that the press conference had 400 people outside that we couldn't even get in. 11,000 people packed in the auditorium, and to a large part, that because of you two guys, along with the other champions. But obviously bodybuilding being around for the last 50 years, since 1965, still the cornerstone of our sport. So, Kai, just congratulations on everything you've accomplished. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Well, folks, speaking of four-time Olympia champions, I'm standing next to one right now making history on the Olympia stage, your 2014 Miss Figure Olympia.